All right, let's move over to some
Let's do some
titles.
Nintendo stuff. Okay,
Nintendo.
I think this is important that we discuss this first. Pokemon X and Y. Come on, it's the biggest. It's got to be
The question is, when they make sequels, is it going to be called XX and YY or XX and XY?
male and female.
What's
the third one then?
Right, as far as I mean, they've run out of colours, or they really haven't run out of colours, but they believe
I'm kind of
they've run
pissed
out of
off.
colours.
What's wrong, Chris? What's wrong about Pokemon X and Y?
Fairy types mainly.
Fairy type. Okay, that's actually.
If I can't
I
one-shot everything with my Gyarados' outrage, what is the point of playing Pokemon?
Oh, are you mad that Dragon?
Your Gyarados has a 4 times weakness.
I'm mad that my dragon team now has a weakness.
Gyarados isn't a
you're
dragon,
balanced.
he's water flying, and he's 4 times weak to electricity.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Gyarados is not. Wait, is Outrage a dragon move?
Yes,
Yeah.
Outrage is a dragon.
Okay, anyway, that's interesting though, because I thought people would get pretty pissed off about this because they have, I know a lot of people that play Pokemon that have that.
The game immensely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go.
It's not.
Do you have to go, Kieran?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, well,
thanks
fairy.
fun.
Just quickly then, the things about Pokemon X and Y were that there's fairy types and sky battles, and you can fight 5 wild Pokemon at once now.
Oh my god.
I'll talk to you later though, I'll tell you all about it.
Think of the experience, guys.
Wait, what, Kieran?
About fairy Pokemon type. That's the one thing I did know about.
Well, now there's,
I said I didn't know about fairy Pokemon type.
Fairy what?
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 Ugh.
Maybe we'll leave it for another time, man, but thanks for being with us for the start.
Alright, thanks.
Cool.
See ya.
Love you lots.
Yeah.
See you soon. Alright. Now
Where
that
were we?
who's gone.
Oh, fairies.
Fairies, right.
Fairies. Chris, you're such a
Um,
homophobe.
Yeah, see, I think that's important, because, so many people I know have such attachments to, Dragonites and all these dragon Pokemon that are,
The
they're
thing
so
is,
cool, and, I don't know.
Really, I'm just talking from a competitive perspective, looking at the stats. Dragon Pokemon really aren't just about being dragon type. That's
Yeah.
just really. It seems like that's almost that's a plus. Essentially,
stat-wise
the
and
stats.
I'll fuck
Almost
them
every
through
single
a
one was a pseudo Uber. They had the stats as high as, if not higher, than most of the legendary Pokemon that have been invented. So their moves just naturally do too much damage. Dragon Pokemon, Dragonite.
My
So
Dragonite has higher damage than my Regigigas.
Yeah,
The Regis
That's
are
the
so
thing.
silly.
Dragonite.
Regigigas is the weakest Pokemon. Is the weakest legendary Pokemon in the game. He's got the worst stats.
That's silly.
Weaker than Celebi?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, really? I didn't
Wow.
even
Yeah.
think of that. I always forget about
Regigigas
Sally.
is meant to be this legendary culmination of all the Regis, right? But he's the weakest for
Honestly,
some
when you
reason.
mix ice, rock, and steel together, you usually end up with a kind of rusty mush.
It just turns to brown.
I mean, technically, you could make a metal guard on a stone sword, and you could freeze it before you stab someone for extra confusion when they're like, "It hurts, but it's cold." But really, those two things mixed together doesn't really equal Gigas, or Gigas, if you will, depending. All depends on the spelling.
I like that they've balanced. They've added something to balance it, and the other thing that's important to note that hasn't been officially stated, but I think showed up in a battle, is that fairy types take super effective damage from poison now. So now poison's been balanced as well. So poison and dragon have both been balanced, and poison's worth a shit now, and dragon is back down with the rest of us.
We're never going to see the poison dragon.
But we can't we, please?
We can't. They won't make a poison dragon now because that'll actually destroy fairies, and it will become the crutch of any competitive team.
I didn't think of that.
Poison dragon could be a thing. Poison dragon. People have been asking for poison dragon for years on forums and stuff. I've seen it. It's an uncommon thing, but someone always why don't we have a poison dragon?
Would you guys
the poison
preferred a different name than Fairy?
Yeah, I think that's the main problem I have with it.
Yeah, I would have. Well, because of Muna, I would have called them Dream types.
I would have called them
something.
light. I would have just called them
Same,
straight
I
light. You've got dark types. Why not just call them light types? Like,
Because then the EV one wouldn't make sense because like new EV of a new type, and everyone would be like, but Espeon's the light type, and everyone would be like,
oh, okay, because right, Espeon
He's
and
psychic.
Umbreon came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
retroactive continuity is dodgy in Pokemon. It makes people angry.
did you guys see the picture that I tweeted as soon as that announcement came out?
No.
I took a picture of Suki Stackhouse from True Blood because there's that bit in the storyline of True Blood where it turns out she's a fairy.
What?
Yeah, like
What?
Oh, you guys haven't seen True Blood?
No.
No.
Okay, well, spoilers, but in like the 3rd season or something, she finds out she's a fairy, and that's why all the vampires like love her.
Oh, okay.
But
That makes
yeah, I took a
my
picture of
brain-
Suki Stackhouse, and I was like, fairy type discovered, and I just tweeted that. It's like,
Oh god. Yeah.
You're a bad
Well,
person.
I'm not a bad person.
That's just interesting. I mean, fairy type. I mean, I thought maybe they could come up with a better name, like maybe spirit type or something.
Yeah, that would have been infinitely better. I would
Dream, spirit,
Yeah.
goblins,
Ethereal.
I'm
flies.
thinking spirit because I know spirit creatures are a very Japanese
Exactly.
folklore kind of thing.
The thing, the thing about
So-
the reason they called them fairy types and the reason they beat dragons is because there's that like folk tale that there were dragons in the old days and they were like killing everybody and ripping shit up, and then all these fairies came down and killed all the dragons or sealed them away or something.
Huh.
And that's the reason the fairies are so effective against dragons.
Okay.
Isn't that a Chinese fable?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, Chinese, Japanese.
A lot of the fables
Just
need
ignore things and act racist, Chris.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are different countries, Chris.
No,
Okay.
it's in both countries.
Well-
it's just
to
Are
be.
you sure? I've
yeah,
never.
it's just like a cross.
It sounds like an Asian myth.
Yeah,
They all have strong strong dragons in their fables and stuff, like strong dragon.
but both very
It
different.
doesn't
right?
matter.
Once again,
Freaks
I
me
didn't
out.
think they would be fairies because the fairies would be spirits. So once again, I thought they would go with spirit type.
Yeah, but they would. It's a kids' game. Gotta give it some.
I mean,
Leniency.
it's disguised as a kids' game.
It's
It isn't
disguised
really-
as a kids' game. Actually, that was another interesting thing that they mentioned. EVs and IVs are apparently going to be more visible than they've ever been before.
Oh, they're actually going to tell us that?
Yeah, I think they might actually have a section in the menu now or something. They haven't confirmed anything. The guy, like, there was just
Updates on the
So wait, you
stats.
can know how well you're EV training your Pokemon.
Yeah, it's actually they're gonna make the exact quote from the developer is like, we want to make those values more visible. So it's not that he's committed to making them like so visible or an actual part of like the game, like a full on part, but there's some indication
They
that
are
they're gonna
already a
be.
flop, but finding out what they are wasn't. That
Yeah,
was
well, that's what I think. That's the thing. Like they're
calculates.
trying.
How did people find out what EVs were?
Yeah, that's what
They
it's in the
noticed
game
stat
data, I
differences,
guess.
and eventually using enough figures, they either that or they just code sifted.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Until eventually they found the algorithm,
It must be in the codes, like.
and then they just tested algorithms until they consistently could put numbers, Pokemon stats, and level through, and it would algorithm out a set of IVs for each of their stats.
Yeah, I
And then
think it has to be.
EVs are simple enough. EVs were a lot more simple to understand.
Well, that's about how you train your Pokemon, like who you fight
Yeah.
against, isn't it?
I know absolutely nothing about them. I've never
It's so
played
weird.
past the 4-gen ones, so I don't really know what I'm doing with that.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of EV trained Pokemon on Fire Red.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
If
It's interesting.
I wonder if
I had
there is a
time with
guide for EV training.
it, there is.
There is so many guides.
I found one
Competitive
right away.
Pokemon. Competitive Pokemon is huge.
Competitive Pokemon's really a thing, Chris.
And this is why.
Oh
this-
no, I know.
And that's the big thing about this fairy type as well, is competitive play is completely just reformatted and I think it's for the best actually. Like I know people are
Well,
like
it's-
a bit upset, but I think honestly this has evened out the playing field finally.
I don't know, field holders are going to be a lot more popular. Tangler with Toxic, Spikes,
Yeah, exactly.
Roar, or whatever is the one that makes you to Pokemon Switch.
Bring on that sludge Gengar, man.
Yeah, there's a thing where you can just keep changing the Pokemon without anyone being able to stop you.
Yeah.
And that's going to become a lot more powerful because, I think it's a standard tick. It's like a percentage tick, toxic might be,
Yeah.
or it might be a number. But super effective from poison is going to be a very interesting thing to bring in.
Interesting. Yeah, well, yeah, that's because that's like poison is just so underpowered right now.
Poison's always been underpowered with
Yeah.
2 immunities to it, and I think 1 weakness.
Great.
So they give me the second weakness. What is its 1 weakness?
Is it grass? I think.
It might be grass.
I think it's either grass or
Yeah, because you
water.
poison plants.
Yeah,
But,
like you
uh,
poison.
There is small logics behind the weakness.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? No, the weird one is psychic types are affected by bug and dark because those are 2 things that like are scary to the mind or whatever. Like.
Well, I think it's more like a psychic person can read your mind, but if you try and read a hive mind, there's nothing there for you to read. However, that creature is intelligent and it can fight you.
Oh, that's interesting.
And whereas the dark type is, although a psychic type, if you looked inside of like a Mycenaean's head and actually saw a demonic dog staring back at you, it would be terrifying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Houndour.
Houndour, Houndoom.
Houndoom. Love
Yeah.
those guys.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah, they were back when Dark type was really new and there was only a couple of each of Dark type and what's the other
yeah.
type? Steel. Dark and Steel became things in Gold.
Yeah, I recently added Steelix to my main set, and he
Okay.
is pretty fucking boss.
Yeah, like I like Lucario for that. Having that steel type in my party is so helpful.
Lucario's got steel?
Yeah, Lucario's fighting steel, dude.
Really?
He is
Wow, okay.
he is insane. I didn't realize
I
until
thought
I
he
caught
was
one.
a dark type or something.
No, like I caught what's his pre-evolution? Lombre? it's not. I know
No,
it's not.
Lombre's a cactus.
I know it's not Lombre. I just like Lombre.
Really? I like Ludicolo.
Yeah, yeah, I like the whole evolution chain of that. Like, it's just amazing. Anyway,
That and
Old
Shiftry kicks dick.
yeah, he's kind of cute. Here's an interesting thing. Now that a new type's been announced, do you think any of the starters are going to evolve into a fairy type?
Ooh. How many?
Uh,
Can you give me a list of Pokemon out there without full 3-chain evolutions?
What do you wait without what full 3?
Yeah, without like a 3-chain evolution.
So anything that only evolves twice.
Anything they could make an evolve form to.
Okay.
In the same way that
Anything.
Rhydon was
What
recently
about
evolve form.
what about Jigglypuff and Clefairy?
I mean, oh yeah, that's true. They could have a fairy evolve form, or they could be changed to. I always thought,
Jigglypuff has already been confirmed that Jigglypuff will be a fairy.
okay.
The confirmed fairies are
Fairy,
Jigglypuff,
Chansey.
Marill. Marill's a weird one.
Perhaps,
Huh?
Lickitung?
Is
Lickitung
Marill
might be.
is Marill a dual type?
Marill's just water.
Yeah, Marill's pure water, so now it's water fairy.
Yeah, okay.
I know, I'm
I
looking
can see
up.
that.
I'm googling just stuff. I know
Maybe they
Marill
should-
was the weirdest
Fairy.
one, I think.
You should have got a cute type. Cute Pokemon affect dragons. Oh, cute type. This Sunkern is fairy type, but Sunflora is pure fire.
Sunflora might. God.
Sunflora
A lot of
was
people
not-
have been asking for water fire and stuff as well, which I thought was interesting.
A water fire Pokemon.
It'd be interesting.
Steam Pokemon?
Yeah, it'd have to be steam, I guess. That's the only logical. Or a boiling water Pokemon. Could be like a boiled egg. That'd be awesome.
Executor.
No,
falls
we already
into
have
water.
ice cream.
Executor. Yeah, why didn't Executor evolve into a water fire? Or a grass fire?
That would, well, you could do that. You could have like a burning palm tree.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know. Stop
Burning
giving them
cactus
ideas,
Tree
guys.
with,
Let us
like
do
head
it.
on fire.
Burning Cactus could work. No, because that'd be grass, fire.
Mm.
Another interesting type.
Kieran's just sent me a text, actually. Kieran's just letting us know that he couldn't really hear us very well.
Okay.
And that's why he wasn't talking to us very much. Sorry, it was a bit, yeah. And apparently we all sounded like dubstep to him.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's because we were dubstep to him.
Oh, okay.
It's a great practical joke.
RV step. Okay. So fairy type, could any of the starters be fairy types when they evolve? Like, that's a big thing. What are the starters
Ooh.
going to be?
I don't know, maybe
And-
Fennekin.
Yeah, Fennekin seems the obvious one.
If one of them's gonna be, I think they should put a dragon in as well, and possibly an ice.
Whoa.
That wouldn't technically make the dragon the weakest.
But then what if
superior instead of just having?
Yeah, but you got to think about it. If
what if
the
Fennekin's
dragon would have to be the fire type, so to be a dragon fox Pokemon.
Not necessarily.
That'd be cool.
There's lots of dragons that aren't fire types.
That's true as well.
Oh, what are the other two? The frog? No, the frog.
Froakie is the frog. Froakie. Do you want me to get you a picture?
Yes, please. I'm just trying to remember the grass one now.
Okay. Okay. Here's also the confirmed fairy types that showed up in the trailer when they announced the fairy types are Gardevoir, Jigglypuff, Sylveon, and Marill.
Wait, Gardevoir.
Yeah, Gardevoir.
Yep, that makes
Isn't that
sense.
a dragon type?
Gardevoir. What do you mean?
Gardevoir is that one that everyone on the internet is creepy about.
Yeah, she's the person.
The one that's the woman.
Oh, the
Pokemon.
one that's
Like,
almost
why
a
did
person.
you decide to
Right,
base
yeah, I remember.
around
She's
Wait,
got.
yeah.
She's psychic, I think.
they meant to be animals? Yeah. Evolves from Perlila, which evolves from Routes. Psychic type.
Yeah,
nothing
Routes.
else.
So Routes will be psychic, and then Gardevoir will be a psychic fairy. I think is the sort of
Oh,
feeling about it.
psychic fairy. Okay.
Yeah, because I think that's gonna be fairy's gonna come in
makes
for a little
sense,
later in
because-
Evolutions.
The male evolved form is psychic fighting.
Okay, so that's a bit.
Because they introduced him the generation
I
afterwards.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Clefairy and Jigglypuff actually have pre-evolutions, so they have 3 forms. I forgot about those. I always forget
Yeah.
about them.
Igglypuff.
I don't even want to know what they're called.
Igglypuff and Cleffa.
Oh god, why would they? See, that's like
Cleffa
wrecked that
honestly
now.
looks like a little ball of something you would eat. It
And
looks like
that-
a little lump of sushi.
A little
Yeah,
bowl
it
of fairy
does.
floss.
Would you not eat a Cleffa? I would eat.
I would eat so many Cleffers.
I would buy
Deep-fried,
a bag full, just like pods.
It'd be
you
like-
know, you go to the movie and you
It'd
get
be like
pods.
popcorn chicken.
I'd buy a bag of Cleffa.
It'd be like popcorn chicken at KFC, the deep fried.
I imagine
little
they'd be
Cleffer
more
pops.
like fairy floss.
Honey, tell me
They
you
look like
Get
they
it?
did. But
Fairy floss.
got a packet of that. Would you not eat them?
Da 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 da.
It's
Bye.
like marshmallow with chocolate drips on it.
but you have to remember, guys.
There is already an
It's a
ice cream
creature.
Pokemon.
Fair.
You have to remember it's a living creature, though. It might look like that, but inside it's full of guts.
No, it isn't.
Can we all just acknowledge that it's kind of disgusting?
Where's its evolve form page?
I'm trying
Should
to
have
find
some.
X
I'm
and Y
scrolling down.
starters.
Don't worry.
I'm finding X and Y starters for you right now. Sorry.
There we go. Falls into that one, which is
What
the
is,
most.
didn't they already
Froakie,
have a frog
Chespin.
Pokemon?
What do you mean, a frog starter? Or?
Yeah.
No, a
Cleffa?
poison frog Pokemon. Krogan,
This,
that's
this
right.
is the
Not
pre-evolved
Krogan,
form. Which is, it's so creepy.
What is?
It looks.
I
cute.
think-
Yeah,
I think-
in game it looks really creepy. Igglybuff is weird.
And imagine all these things in 3D though. Like,
Look at it. Look at it.
so there's the starters. Or
Stop with that. It is high as shit. Igglybuff is on shrooms.
Igglybuffs on shrooms. I sent you a blog article about the starters and stuff, so you get a little
Right.
bit of information there as well.
Forcing Caitlin to look at Igglybuff on shrooms. It just shrooms and hugs.
Igglybuff. Okay, yeah. I think that was the big thing because they were like really rampant about making like pre-evolutions to things.
Yeah, they love doing
So-
that. But that's the thing. Those things should be. They should be fairies. They're the fairy Pokemon. Like their type is fairy.
They are. That was the other
But-
weird thing. They confirmed Jigglypuff in the trailer, but they didn't confirm Clefairy. Why wouldn't Clefairy be the first choice there instead of
That's-
Jigglypuff?
Wow, that's confusing. Maybe it'll have the advantage of being a pure normal type.
And now pure
So-
normal actually is
No
effective
weakness
against
to
everything.
poison here.
Pure normal's effective to everything now.
Pure normal can learn fairy
Human.
type moves.
Do you? Well, yeah, that's the other thing. What kind of moves? Do any moves retroactively become fairy moves now? Or
Yes, that does happen.
yeah, like what? And what are those? Like
Metronome.
Swift.
Metronome would definitely
Metronome
be
and
a,
Swift, definitely.
Sing,
Sing, probably, yeah.
Hyper Beam.
Hyper Beam, oh my god.
Tell me you know what
Hyper Beam,
double
a
damage
fairy
is.
move.
Yeah, Hyper Beam would be a fairy. What, like, Hyper Beam being a fairy move makes way more sense than it being, like, a normal move.
I personally thought
Hyper
it
Beam
would
being
make
a
sense
dragon
to be
move.
fire
Yeah.
Or a
Like
dragon
that.
move.
Hyper Beam should be a dragon move now. so that dragons actually have an attack I want to use.
It needs to be a normal move. I mean, we've
Harvey, you
got
haven't
Dragon
played long
Pulse
enough. There is
and
some OP dragon moves out
I know
there.
there are, but I'm such a hipster about Pokemon.
Dragon Breath, Dragon
I,
Pulse.
like, I'm such a Pokemon hipster.
Hipster.
If you crossed my path in Pokemon, I'd be like, hipster Arvi wants to battle. Because I have all of the fucking strange Pokemon that no one wants.
What
Yeah.
do you got? What is your team? I need to hear this.
I should go grab my DS. I haven't played in a little while. Okay, last time I played through Red, my team was a Tentacruel, a Tangler, a Kangaskhan.
Wow.
Yeah, like, just the weirdest shit. I killed all of the legendary birds because I was like, I don't want any of that shit on my team.
Fair enough.
I think, I forget what I was using to fly. I had a, what is it? The evolution Spearow. I had a Fearow for my flying Pokemon because I was like, I ain't catching no Pidgey.
2 Tropiuses, it's all you need. 2 Tropiuses and have every HM available, and just, you're a master.
I recently, what did I load up? I loaded up something with HMs. I had to reteach a lot of things. So now, it's my Vibrava. He knows, like, strength, fly, dig,
Why?
and something else.
Why did you?
How could you just, like, rape a Pokemon like that?
Because I was like, I don't want to use he already knew fly, so I figured he was already in the HM sort of like hole. So I was like, you should have strength as well because you don't have any normal attacks. And dig's just like funny anyway.
Your
You
poor
know he's
Pokemon.
ground dragon, right?
Mm.
And he evolves into the only ground dragon.
Yeah,
Like-
no, that's why I caught him, because I was like, I need something that can fly.
Do you think there's going to be another overpowered Pokemon like the eel
Yes, there
from
is always
Black
a
White?
Pseudo-Uber.
Oh, like what is the eel?
Remember, he's got lightning attacks, but he's
Levitation.
water, but he's levitating.
I'm just trying to.
so-
Yeah, he's levitating water electric. I'm trying to remember. His name's.
No, he wasn't water. He was just pure electric type. He was just
Or was he?
Well,
Okay.
He still had levitate. That was the fucked up thing. Like,
he had no weaknesses. But the thing is, his stats didn't necessarily leave him to be overpowered.
what about Ninjask, guys, or whatever that's called? That.
Ninjask, fucking I hate that guy.
Okay, guys, we have been talking about the fairy type for a long time. I just realized.
Oh,
Oh,
my
should
God.
probably.
Anyway,
What else about?
Flygon could be a fairy type. This Dragon Chain, unfortunately, it's already ground dragons. And
Okay, another thing about Pokemon then, with the new fairy type, what does this mean for things that are obviously fairy types that already have 2 types? Like, would you expect them to get rid of a type, or would you expect
Retroactive
them to...
changes have happened before in Pokemon.
I know, but
would
that's what I mean. Like, would you
see it.
expect them to change the types and get rid of one of the types? Like, something that, say... I think there's a steel...
no, God, no. We've got an even set of types now. I don't think we're ever going to see another type change.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, so something that's, say, water normal or whatever would now be fairy water instead of... Yeah. Not more type changes, like, we're even now, I get that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
because I heard a theory that someone was saying triple types. Is that too silly?
I would love triple types on one thing.
One thing.
I don't know. I think it could open up so many things, but the amount of things that triple types could break, like getting immune Pokemon and stuff, with major type coverages and stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
it would break too much. I would love it though if they could control it, obviously, which they can.
Definitely.
I just think it could be a place they could go. It could definitely be a good place.
I think it would have... I don't know, what were you saying, Chris? You ummed?
No, don't worry. It's a moot point.
I'm just sort of thinking... Okay, anyway.
Let's say it. Come on, we need to.
You can say it, yeah. Discuss.
No. It really was a moot point. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Alright.
Is it what you're gonna eat for dinner?
Yeah, you were just like, pepperoni. just a pile of it.
So, yeah.
Only pepperoni. Just
Yeah,
a sandwich.
It's just what I was thinking about.
It was
Place with pepperoni.
No, but like, because what I was thinking, I think it could work if they had if it was reserved for things that weren't going to be overpowered, like you'd have to balance it. Obviously, you could have 3 types, but it would have to still present some weakness or something. You're like, you know, it couldn't just be like major immunity.
Yeah.
Because that just wouldn't work.
Hexerus,
exactly. Okay, is there anything else about X and Y that we need to cover? There's horde battles now.
I think that would be amazing. Horde battling for XP.
Yeah, and any move that can hit more than 1 Pokemon can hit 5 Pokemon. So like Rock Slide can just drop 5 at once, kind of thing.
Yeah, my Steelix is gonna
if you miss one, you miss them all.
Yeah, like I think that's the thing now is that you want something that has like group moves and AoE stuff that you can just have so that you can have an XP share on something else and just go out there and do horde battles and just do massive wipes like. And just
I don't know.
Will
Will that cause problems in the game? Because it used to be hard work to train up your Pokemon, and making it something simple like that would just ruin.
But no, I think that's
the
later
game.
on. That's like when I go back and catch something that I didn't catch in the first place and train it up because I just didn't have time in the first run or something, you know?
Oh.
Like, as a way to grind, it just adds new... For me, like, I'm not saying, like, that's just how it should be now.
Also, there's a possibility that they'll restrict it like they did the National Pokedex in Gen 4 or 5, was it? Where you, and after you got the National Pokedex, you could go back and you could, activate a thing and you could catch Pokemon from other regions in your area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the end of Black White.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the grass would twitch and you'd have to walk into the grass, and if you did, you would then get to fight the Pokemon you were looking for, or the ones that would appear in that area.
Yeah.
Perhaps they could do it with that. You would need a device to trigger horde battles.
And then,
give it to you later on in the game. So you could train up Pokemon much faster than usual if you wanted to alter your team drastically at any point.
That's the main thing I've heard about it, is that it's been introduced because a lot of people are saying in the metagame, wild Pokemon battles mean nothing. You know, there's like not much there anymore. So like horde battles are a way of doing that. And the other interesting thing about them is that they can be a mix of Pokemon or they can be normal. So the screenshots I saw was 5 Houndours, I think.
You can't
capture all of them.
Yeah, 5 Hound. Oh my god, I didn't even think about catching.
No, because in multi-battles you can't capture multiple Pokemon, I thought.
Yeah, probably not. Well, they're all individual Pokemon still. It's just there's 5 of them.
Oh, I know. I mean,
okay,
when you're in a multi-battle, you can't capture any of the Pokemon because...
I didn't know that. Mm.
That's what I thought. I could be wrong.
They might be changing that if that's what it is as well. Like, obviously this game's getting a big revamp with the new type and stuff. There's a lot of things changing.
What do you think of the legendaries?
We haven't. Oh, right, we have seen them. I was like, we haven't even seen the legendaries, but then I'm like, they're on the fucking cover.
You mean Wydeer and X-Goat?
And then there's Z. Let's not forget Z.
Z's?
Z, bruh.
I'm interested about Z. What are they called? Do we know what they're called?
It's going to be something X,
I'm
Y,
looking it up.
Z.
Yeah, well, I heard that they're really hard to pronounce. Because they're like, they start with X and Y, so they're just weird words already.
I don't know. Cross deer.
Here's some new Pokemon as well. Okay, I'll send you this, guys. I found a list of all the new Pokemon and all their details, so you can have a quick look at that.
The new Pokemon?
Well, not all of them, but like the ones that have been released.
Okay.
So there's some interesting ones on there, and of course Go-Goat, the rideable Pokemon.
Instead of bicycles?
What? Didn't you know you could ride Pokemon now?
I'm not sure, troll.
No, not even. It's in the trailers and stuff, dude. You can ride Go-Goat around the city like a bike.
Really?
What the fuck is a Pancham?
A Pancham is a fighting panda that I think it's going to evolve into Jack Black, and it's going to be amazing.
Fuck, this guy's going in my team.
It's not going to evolve into Kung Fu Panda. It's going to evolve into Jack Black.
Kung Fu Panda is the middle evolution.
Way hardcore.
Oh, fletching into Talonflame.
Yeah, Fletch. That's the new Pidgey. The new
That's a cool Pokemon. I like that.
Yeah, the new basic flying type evolves into a Firebird, which I thought was really interesting. It's
You know,
not
the other
just
cool
like
thing
normal
about him
flying.
is that bird is wearing massive trousers.
He's some MC Hammer pants.
I would have preferred Go-Goat to not be called Go-Goat. That
Yeah, I
sounds-
know. Yeah, everyone Go-Go Gadget Go-Goat is my favorite joke I've seen so far.
Electric-
Another bat
Reptile.
Pokemon.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. That's what we need, more bats.
I hope Noivern's actually an evolution of Golbat. I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah.
No, the type is
And I
way
know it's
different.
definitely not gonna be, but yeah, right? Yeah.
I think it might be more like a Gliscor thing or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gliscor, but Zubat?
Literally.
Helioptile. Why couldn't you be called Elikateru like you are in Japan? That sounds way cooler than Helioptile.
What the
What's
hell is
the
a little
Helioptile?
Leo? That does not look like a Pokemon.
I know, right? It's got a triangle for a face. It's got a triangle on its face.
It's gonna.
You've got a turnip for a head. I've always hated turnips. Ever since I was
Always.
a little girl.
Awaken Mewtwo. What do you guys think of that?
It's the GameCube version, so it's got little eggplant fingers and a handle.
I'm busy looking at this evolve form bug. It looks like it's exploded with Fury. That's amazing. I want Fury bug.
Which one is this?
Spupa?
Oh
The
yeah,
Scatterbug.
Spupa. Spupa's
Spupa.
hilarious.
Spupa looks like the father when the daughter
What
comes
about-
in. It's like, Dad, I'm 13, I want a tattoo. And he's like,
What about
he's
the
either
next
huge and
Pokemon
he's got
type?
square pupils.
The next Pokemon type, if it were computer Pokemon.
Digital.
Hmm.
That'd be interesting if they were gonna start adding types now.
Pavilion. Butterfly. Another butterfly. I mean,
Yeah, but what would be the
You gotta
counter
get
to
that
that
insect at
type?
the start of the game.
another butterfly.
It's an insect at the start of the game. It's just normal, isn't it? What were you saying, Chris?
I just wish they came up. There's so many species of insect out there. Why do they just have to keep making recolored butterflies?
That's true as well. I want more like centipedes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know.
Wasn't
I
there a
don't know.
centipede Pokemon?
Yes,
Didn't
there
that
is.
Didn't that happen?
Venipede, I believe it's called.
Oh god.
Okay, so the legendaries, no confirmed types. How do you pronounce this?
Lolito. Oh my god.
You-
I'm gonna make Aslan.
Yveltal? Oh, right, the lion.
Yeah.
Yveltal and Xerneas?
It's gonna be grass, fire, water.
What's going to be grass, fire, water?
Legendaries.
Oh, maybe.
Look at this
Grass, fire.
I don't know about...
What? It's one of those little things. It hangs on to like the stamen of the flower.
Oh,
I think
right.
it's like spores.
Flabebe.
Flabebe.
I do like
Okay, Xerneas. We got
Yeah.
Xerneas and we got Yveltal.
Yveltal.
How do you guys have problems pronouncing them?
What do you mean?
I didn't read them. I was looking
Okay,
at other.
Xerneas is easy. I'll give you Xerneas, but Yveltal is a bit... I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Yveltal.
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 It's just weird. Don't mock me.
We'll go with Veltal and then go Yveltal. Yveltal.
Anyway, Yveltal. I think I'm getting it.
Or it
close
could be
enough.
a phonetic of like wive, like wyvern, or it could be Y's in the letter and then tail.
That was
It
a
could be
big
an onomatopoeic
theory.
tongue, kind of.
One of the big
Oh,
theories. is it's gonna
Yveltal
be
sounds more like a
would be
Pokemon name.
Xerneas.
Yveltal.
It's true. Xerneas could actually be Xerneas.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
That
Final
would be-
Fantasy name.
It's like
Okay, we should
No.
get onto that as well.
Snow is
Because we
Final Fantasy name these days. They
Snow.
don't get like
Snow
names.
and,
They get open snow
call
and
him
lightning.
Snow and Lightning and Eddie Murphy.
Do you know what infuriated me about that game? Towards the very end, where you find out her name is actually Claire.
I didn't
would
play
be
to the
much
end, but
happier
I'm
if
so
she
happy
didn't
to
go
have
around
that
calling
spoiler.
herself Lightning.
I can't believe that.
Would you rather the
Oh my
whole
God.
game that she was called Claire?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
me
would-
too.
That would be way better. That was my biggest
I was
problem.
like, man, this is filled with weird people called weird things. And then I found out that all along she's just from a normal place, and her name is Claire, and she's just deciding to be weird and moody and call herself Lightning because she's in the military.
I'm Lightning! Pew pew pew!
Pew pew. Okay, not that many released Pokemon. I don't know. I
There's
can't
some
say
interesting
anything
ones though.
really negative about them. Interesting stuff.
I'm interested. Yeah, that's it. It's all interesting. I'm really psyched about X and Y. I'm just
And
like I'm so excited. Like,
Okay.
Do.
I think that's enough on X and Y right
yeah,
now.
we've been talking.
We
a
better
lot.
move on to a different
Yeah.
title.
This might be its own episode. Is we break this up into the X and Y and the rest of E3.